Well, we always have an abundance of candy around this time of year, but it doesn't mean the kids should be loading up on sugar. So here now to share some tips for our teeth, tell us all about Operation Gratitude is Dr. Gregory Pezza from Pezza Orthodontics. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. We know that this is the time that unless someone has an actual appointment with you, we probably don't want to be rushed in there because of the sugar overload.
Right.
Parents and kids, they're surrounded by it this time of year, but it's also very important to handle it appropriately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, obviously, in Halloween time, there's a ton of candy. And, kids should go out there. They should have fun. They should have candy. You know, they earned it. They go out there. But it's important to limit it. It's important to limit how much they really have. I mean, my kids come home from Halloween, they dump it on the table. There's mounds of candy there. And we're like, oh, can they really eat all that candy? And so our idea is just to limit what they have.
Right.
You know, and I'm not going to take it away from them, but, have a little bit.
So are there certain things, certain candies that we should avoid, maybe that are even too hard, that if biting into them, they could really hurt your teeth?
Yeah, that's a great question. As an orthodontist, we have tons of kids who are in braces,
Yes.
of course.
Yep.
So, yeah, right. So obviously, and it's very frustrating, for kids who have braces because hard, sticky, chewy candy, that stuff can get in the braces. It really could, it could wreak havoc, on all those braces, and it becomes a problem for us repairing it, a problem for the kids, setting them back in their treatment. Then
you get the parents on their wallet.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. And then they're coming in all the time for emergency visits.
Yeah,
and we also have to limit the amount of sugar as well, too, because as an orthodontist, I'm also a dentist. So we got to be careful about how much sugar the kids really have.
You mentioned that your kids, they come home and they've got that mound of candy, and I'm sure a lot of parents can relate to that similar scenario.
Yes.
You can't always go through it all, or maybe you don't want your kids to eat all of it. You actually have an interesting way of getting rid of some of it, besides just tossing it in the trash.
Yeah, thanks for asking. We started a program in my office about 3 years ago. It's called the Halloween Candy Buyback Program. And it's a pretty cool thing. Basically, it was born out of frustration. As a parent, my kids got mounds of candy. Are they going to eat all that candy? I mean, should they be eating all that candy? That's the question. They can have some of it, and then also as an orthodontist, I want to protect my kids who have braces, protect them what they have. So what we do is we have a pretty cool program where we ask the kids to gather their unwanted, their leftover candy. They can have some of it and let the kids, let them enjoy their candy, but the leftover stuff, bring it to our office. And then what we do is we weigh it, and then for every pound of candy that they bring in, we give them tickets to, for prizes.
Very nice. And quickly, before we let you go, that's Operation Gratitude. You can also kind of give something to troops.
Yeah, so what we do is we gather all that candy, we send it to Operation Gratitude, and they send care packages to our military across the world. Because, our military, they're men and women, they're heroes. They want a little comfort of home. A little reminder that we're actually thinking about them. So that's what we do.
Really nice gesture there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your message. If you'd like to learn more about the Halloween candy buyback party, head on over to our website, roadshow.com.